Advent of Code 2024, Day 2. We're given a list of reports. Each report contains a sequence of numbers, and we want to count the number of reports that are either gradually increasing or gradually decreasing. In other words, the following conditions must be fulfilled. 1. The report is strictly increasing or decreasing, and 2. The distance between two subsequent numbers is at least 1 and at most 3. To implement this in Python, we can do the counting by looping through the reports and passing each parsed report to a function that checks it. When adding to our answer variable, the boolean gets automatically converted to an integer. Now, let's think about how to implement the check function. We can imagine reading the numbers one by one. When looking at the first two numbers, we can already see whether their difference is outside of the range, in which case we can reject immediately. If the difference is within the range, we can keep track of whether the numbers are increasing or not by storing the sign of the first difference. In future iterations, the direction will already be set, so we can check whether the sign changes and reject if that's the case. If we exit the for loop, we know that everything is fine and can accept. That's all for part 1. Part 2 is almost the same, except that we are allowed to remove one number from each report. If a report becomes valid in this way, we now also count it. A simple way to do this is by using brute force. Simply extend our counting loop by an inner loop, which removes each of the numbers in turn. As soon as we get a sub-report that can be accepted, we increase our counter and move on to the next report. Because the sequences in the input are quite short, the solution is enough and works quickly for our use case. Can you think of a more efficient way to solve it? Let me know in the comments.